7 stupid pythons trying to escape Impala's horns. What happens? Wild nature is always full of interesting things. Even if they fall into the hands of wild animals, small creatures in many situations still have a chance to survive. Sometimes there is a lucky moment when an antelope escapes the siege of a fierce python. It's even more interesting when its savior is also a terrifying predator in Africa. Let's watch the video 7 stupid pythons trying to escape Impala's horns. Let's get started. The first, python versus antelope. An African rock python tries to swallow a wildebeest whole after strangling the animal to death. However, in the process of swallowing prey, the African rock python encountered a quite rare accident when the antelope's horns pierced its throat. Due to being stuck, the python cannot continue to swallow or release its prey. After a period of writhing in pain, the python finally broke free from the antelope's horns and crawled into the bushes to escape. With this serious injury, it will likely encounter many difficulties in hunting. At least the python has to wait until the wound heals before it can continue looking for food. The African rock python is the largest snake on the continent. Adult rock pythons can reach a length of up to 7 meters, even 10 meters. Like other python species, African rock pythons are not poisonous and they kill their prey by wrapping it to death. After attacking its prey with a powerful bite, it curls its body and kills it. African rock pythons are not the largest species in the python family, but they can eat very large prey. Its favorite foods are large rodents, monkeys, antelopes, poultry, dogs, goats, and sheep. Despite being on a dry continent, there have been countless images of them swallowing a crocodile in a swamp. African rock pythons are considered predatory and very aggressive. They often attack humans. The second, the antelope escaped death. Scene of an impala being squeezed by a South African python and almost unable to struggle. Without any intervention, the antelope will certainly die at the hands of a cold-blooded predator. However, the alarm calls of the remaining antelopes in the herd attracted the attention of a nearby hyena. The hyena quietly approached, and as usual, it was ready to snatch its prey from another hunter. However, this time, luck was on the antelope's side. The presence of the quote third person has awakened the python's self-defense instinct. Momentarily, it loosens its grip on its prey and turns its head towards the newly appeared threat. Just waiting for that, the antelope jumped off the ground to escape the encirclement of the fierce python, then quickly ran away, while the two predators were still confused. In fact, there are many cases where hyenas reluctantly become the saviors of unfortunate animals when they are captured by other predators. This happens because of the cunning and reckless nature of hyenas, which makes them unable to wait until the fight ends, but is always ready to rush in to steal their prey. However, it cannot be denied that hyenas are always a constant threat on the steppe to other animals. When encountering them, most animals will tend to shyly retreat to preserve their lives. The third, jaguar versus python. Initially, both the python and leopard stalked a nearby antelope before the python decided to attack the leopard. After a while of discussion, the victory belonged to the leopard. Accordingly, the leopard was caught off guard in the first minutes, possibly due to surprise, but quickly regained composure and counterattacked its opponent. In one scene, the leopard jumps into the air as the python tries to wrap itself around it. However, to survive, nothing is impossible. The python was the one who opened this fierce battle when he decided to attack the jaguar to find an opportunity for himself. But the jaguar was not a moderate, as he continuously dodged the python's attacks. However, in the first minutes of the battle, the rock python appeared to have the upper hand with a series of pincer-like coils that seemed to squeeze the jaguar to death. However, with divine agility, the jaguar managed to escape the difficult situation. It also left many injuries on the python's body, especially the head area. When the enemy became weak from wounds and tired, the jaguar slowly enjoyed its meal. The fourth, python versus honey badger. The African rock python is using its strength to tightly entwine its prey, while the honey badger tries every way to escape but fails. It seemed like the rock python had had a delicious meal when an uninvited guest suddenly appeared. A nearby black-backed jackal ran to intertwine in the middle of the fight and suddenly attacked the rock python. Busy dealing with jackals, the rock python had to loosen its grip, creating an opportunity for the honey badger to get up and escape. From being a hunter, the rock python suddenly changed its position to become a prey when jackals and honey badgers had a cooperation to attack and kill the python. Under sudden attack from both sides, the African rock python could not last long and soon died. Notably, after defeating the python, instead of sharing the trophy, the honey badger and the black-backed jackal had a tug-of-war to win the meal for themselves. In the end, thanks to his stubbornness, the honey badger took the python's body for himself. From being hunted, the honey badger suddenly turned the situation around, became the final winner in the three-way battle and got a delicious meal. The fifth, python versus sloth. Seemingly unconcerned or even unaware of the presence of the large anaconda, the sloth calmly crawled slowly towards the python and completely ignored this scary predator. Even when the python blocked his way, the sloth used his foot to push the python's head aside to continue moving. The sloth's incredible calmness in front of a large animal like an anaconda makes many witnesses shudder and worry that the sloth will be attacked or even eaten by the python. However, what happened next surprised everyone. The large python agreed to retreat to make way, while the sloth slowly continued its journey as if nothing had happened. The sixth, python and crocodile. In this video, the American alligator is trying to deliver powerful bites to the Burmese python's body. At the same time, it also frequently shakes its head vigorously to cause many fatal wounds to its opponents. However, the python is not the average person, as it wraps tightly around the crocodile's body and makes it difficult for the opponent to attack. After a few minutes of fighting, both of them seemed quite tired and were forced to cease the fight. However, they still did not let each other go when both the crocodile and the giant Burmese python kept attacking their opponents. Finally, python versus king cobra. The two predators accidentally clashed in the bushes before deciding to charge at each other. Both of them struggled to gain the upper hand while being drawn into a life-or-death duel. The python seemed to be more proactive, so it gained the upper hand and curled itself around the cobra with the aim of squeezing it to death. However, the cobra also responded by biting the python's neck, then trying to release venom to paralyze the opponent. When it seemed like the cobra had died because it was being squeezed by its opponent, its venom took effect, weakening the python. Gradually, as the venom was absorbed, the python's grip loosened. The king cobra was just waiting for this opportunity, escaped the python's grip and returned to devour its opponent. What is more surprising is that the snake was the one who was initially attacked, but successfully swam upstream to defeat the predator. Which python moment do you feel is the most impressive? Please leave a comment below. Subscribe to the channel to explore more about the world of wildlife. See you in the next videos.